welcome back to our whole home remodel near the Tosa Village. We're excited to show you the final product. We're just about done. There's a few final touches that we're going to get done over the next few days, but if you follow me, I'll walk you through the project. As you'll see, the living room, this room's pretty much done. There wasn't a huge amount of scope for this area of the house, mainly just the finishes. So we came in and cleaned up the windows, painted, did some drywall touch-ups, and then added some vintage lighting in here, which I think works really well in here. I absolutely love the color because it's just such a bright space, and I think it works really well with this dark millwork. All right, so now we're in the foyer. In this area, we didn't have to do too much in here. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. Though a couple things that we did in here was we refinished and rehabbed a old light fixture that we put in there, and then also just some painting touch-ups and a little bit of drywall touch-ups, and you know, some trim was touched up here and there. There's a couple of spots where trim was missing. So if you follow me, we'll walk into the dining room, and then in here, if you'll remember, you know, again, we did some antique light fixtures, cleaned up the floors, and then painted, cleaned up the windows, and then we added this buffet area. So I really like this. I think it blends in well with the rest of the house. The original piece was missing when the homeowners bought this, and what we've done is blended it in very well with the rest of the dining room, and we even put like little antique glass mirrors in there, which I think work well. And then the kitchen's right beyond that. All right, welcome back to the kitchen. So I'll walk you through the kitchen. As you remember, the kitchen was super dated. It was, you know, probably remodeled back in the late 80s, early 90s. And this really turned out to be one of my favorite kitchens. I just love the height of the ceilings, the custom cabinetry, the mix of colors and materials. You know, we had the people up in Marvin windows, put in a nice new historical replica of the other windows that we have in this area. And then just some of the attentions to detail, like the hardware, the wainscoting on the back, you know, the vintage lighting that we put in here, just really ties this space together. I just absolutely love the light fixtures. So the one we have over the dishwasher is one that we found, and it's believed to be an old gas station light that might have been hung over the front door of an old gas station. And then the other hardware or the other lighting pieces, you know, kind of tie it all together. All right, one of the other areas I really like in this kitchen is this quarter sawn oak pantry. You know, you can obviously see the fridge in there, higher end refrigerator, but just, you know, the level of detail, quarter sawn oak, you know, in a lighter color that kind of works with the floor. And then it's got all the rollouts, obviously, so you want that for convenience. It just works really well for storage, you know. And then, you know, just the way this cabinet sits in this kitchen, just a really nice feature for this space. Hey, come on in here, check out the powder room. This turned out really well. So as you'll remember, this had like a weird like 80s neo-angle shower. It's plastic and chintzy, and the homeowners, they really need a shower back here in this part of the house. So what we did is just put in a really cool finish to this bathroom. So the wainscoting, some of the gold finishes, custom cabinet for the medicine cabinet, and like out of all the lights that we did here, this is one of my favorites. I just love the globes on that, and then just the patina on that antique fixture. I think works really well with the other finishes in here. But this is one of the better powder rooms that we've done in a while. Super excited about how this turned out. Very nice. All right, one last room off the first floor. We'll walk you through real quick. So if you remember, this room was a different color, so we painted it. And then the trim, someone came in here probably in the 60s and put like a pickled finish on this trim. So we had the good people at Colorwork. They have a really talented woman who will come in and do some refinishing and get this back to its old glory. So as you can see, it turned out absolutely gorgeous. Again, in here, paint, trim, and finishes, and then an antique light fixture, and this room's done. Another one of those just cool spaces.